everybody, welcome back. So today we're doing my palettes declutter series kind of, and I'm not doing anything more than like a 4-pen palette. So if it has like anything less than a 4-pen, it's not going to be in here. So that's what I have in here. Before I get into it, and there's anybody hitting that comment section, yes, there are some things in here that are rather older than that some of you might remember, and so those things I may keep because I like them and you can't get them anymore. Some things I might just throw away, and there are things I may declutter. So we can just kind of get right into it. And another kind of thing is there are some palettes in here that are newer, like this Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I will be ending up keeping this because it's newer and I like it. That's what that looks like. First thing I'm going to start with is just like, I have some cargo palettes over here. These are the ones I found from like TJ Maxx or Ross. And this is the Emerald palette. This is the Getaway palette. These are okay palettes. I wouldn't say that they're the greatest, but for being that they are cargo and I like cargo products a lot, I think I'm going to keep the Emerald one and give away the Getaway one. So I have two Faced palettes here. This is the Chocolate Bar, Chocolate Bonbon, and Sweet Peach. I will keep all three of these. I like them very, very, very much. That's what that one looks like. And this one, it's really Bonbon, really pretty, like the heart shapes, and then Sweet Peach. So keeping all of those. Just kind of getting rid of some, kind of clearing out the things that I know that I'm going to keep and go from there. So this is the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette that I did just a recent video on. We'll keep that. Naked Basics, I use this in a lot of my videos. I love this a lot. It's pretty much basically what it says. I almost can go with all the palettes, all of the Naked palettes that you get. So I love this. We'll keep him. Keep it, whatever it may be. So it's in here that you may not be seeing that are newer palettes of mine, and this video is filmed after I've received those. So those are new. I'm definitely going to be keeping those, not decluttering them. So I'm going to just talk quickly about these palettes from Lorac. These are Lorac, like ones that look like a chocolate bar. They came out 2 years in a row, I think around Christmas time, and I bought them twice. So like there's like the white chocolate and then like these. I will end up keeping all of these. I love these so much. So just something I like to, I always do kind of like a shop my stash so I can bring stuff to my regular everyday vanity, and I just kind of like to pull these a lot. So I'll quickly show you some of these if you haven't seen these ever. They have kind of fun names. This is Tantalizing Cocoa. This one's just like a nice everyday colors. This one is called Tantalizing Dark Chocolate. This one is Caramel Love Affair. This one is called Satisfying Toffee Crunch. This one is called Blackberry Truffle Seduction. It's a really nice purple in here. It's really nice dark kind of purple. This one is called Tease Me Truffles. This one is more berry tones instead of dark purples. These are like the ones I like the most. These are the most wearable. It has a matte in here. These are the most everyday. I pull this one a lot. And then this one is nice as well. But it has more blue tones, kind of a smoky eye. So I'll end up keeping all of those. They are rather old. If you do have them, or if you did hear of them, I still like them. Sorry. If you have strong feelings about that. So here's another Lorac ones. This is just Lorac Pro to Go kind of a thing. This is like the Lorac Pocket Pro. So it just has a nice espresso. This is So it just has, this one just has some nice colors in it for every day. I pull that one a lot. This one's actually super awesome as well. This one I would pair with some, like probably the Naked Basics palette, but I like this one as well. So basically how I'm decluttering this is with like the side of the, it's basically just going through. If anything doesn't bring me some kind of like joy, then I just throw it. This one I will definitely declutter. I kept these because the formula on these shadows are absolutely phenomenal, but you do know that Maybelline is not cruelty free, and this is not exactly an everyday shadow, so I will definitely declutter that one. I will keep all of these LA colors. I did a couple videos on these a while back, and I absolutely love them. This one is like actually an all matte quad. This is like a pinky purple kind of amethyst colors. This one is actually something really, really pretty that I like to use. It can be really, really neutral, really, and then this one is really nice too. It has 2 mattes and 2 shimmers, so these are really nice from LA Colors. I would definitely recommend checking them out. I will keep those. So a couple Sonia Kashuk palettes I have right here. These are all, like, this one was like super hyped up on YouTube and like super like beautiful, amazing. I do still keep it and I do still like it. Doesn't necessarily mean I pull it out all the time because I have my Naked Basics, but I just can't seem to part with it. Like, if like it's like one of those things that would be like pull it, you know, ripping the band-aid off. So I just don't feel like I want to declutter this. It was an amazing palette. This one, however, I will declutter because I bought it because it was on a clearance thing, and I was just like, it's so beautiful, and it has a lot of good mattes in it, a lot of good shimmers, but I feel like it can be used really nicely with somebody else, and I have other things I can use with this, so that one will go. This one I'm pretty much just keeping for nostalgia purposes. I may use it someday, but I'm not sure if I want to declutter it at this point. So this I will declutter. This is I did a review on this. It's alright, but I have other things that I've gotten since then. It's a Bonita Flawless Contour Kit. It's actually not too bad at all. It's pretty, I mean, you can definitely get some use out of it. It has some nice, like, shades in it. I mean, it's very neutral. No shimmers at all, but neutral, I'm meaning like it can be used with a lot of skin tones. That's what I mean by neutral. So, and it has a nice mirror in it. I mean, that's probably a bonus for a lot of people. If you didn't see that, there's a mirror in there. So I will declutter that because I can pass that on to someone else. This I will declutter. It's a Revlon Color Stay palette. It has some really nice colors, nice taupe colors. This is a matte here, and this is a matte. They're really not too shabby. I did a little bit of a video on this, like kind of a simple eye look on this, like a beginner's makeup tutorial with this palette, and it turned out really nicely. But it's kind of like, I feel like, do I want to keep it? Because I don't buy this brand anymore. But then again, I don't know, I'm going to put this in a maybe pile. I thought I wasn't going to have maybe piles, but I guess I do. So this is some more Lorac ones. This is kind of the ones that kind of came out, I feel like, after the chocolate ones kind of stopped doing those. This is like the Royals collection almost, and I have another one in my Everyday Vanity that I'm using. This one has some really nice gold. This is like the best gold shadow I've ever found, the closest to true gold. So, and then this one is really pretty. I kind of like to pull these palettes for, like, if I'm like feeling a little bit spicy, if I like want to be bold with some makeup looks, I will pull these palettes out. So I will keep those because I'm a big fan of Lorac. Funny thing is I don't have any of their Lorac Pro Giant palettes. So another palette I know I will declutter is this L'Oreal La Palette Nude 2. This was actually alright. I actually did like it. Some people actually, I found, they did not like this, and it had some not very great reviews, but I found it was alright. But I'm not reaching for it, and I kind of forget about it, so I will declutter that. So I have a couple Essence palettes. Not too, like a long time ago I did a review on these palettes, and I actually really like these a lot. Some people thought they were not very good, but if you're a beginner and you're not exactly ready to play with super pigmented shadows, these are really not hard to work with, I feel like, because you can get, they're buildable colors and they're really, really pretty. So I just feel like I can't really part with these quite yet because I just love them. I got them when they kind of first launched, and I just think they're so pretty. Any videos that I'm talking about, I will try to remember to like put in the iCards, but I just think these are so pretty. They have nice swatching abilities. Some of the shades are kind of a little bit more work to use on the eyes, but I feel like you can definitely get away with them, and I like them for my everyday makeup vanity anyways, so I will keep these. They're just something I can't really part with. It's funny because we have these makeup collections and people are like, you collect makeup? Can you really do that? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. So this is one I will declutter. This is the, it has kind of an instructional manual, kind of like the Too Faced ones used to have. And they have 2 cards in it, and each card has a side to it which you could use with the palette. So I think that's really fun. It's a really pretty palette. It kind of looks like a carnival, almost like a little fun little thing. And I will definitely pass this on. This is all right. It has the same kind of formulation as those other palettes, but since I have those, I don't necessarily need this, so I will pass this on. This is something I've talked about in a couple videos, and it's not sold anymore, and it's from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Eye Transformer, and it has like these kind of pearly finished shadows, but they're just something really fun to put over a shadow. And I feel like if e.l.f. brought this back today, people would actually think that this is actually pretty cool. Like, they could even probably put these formulas in the same as like a highlighter palette, and people would think that they're amazing. So I really like this, and I think e.l.f. needs to pay homage back to this, because this is something super beautiful. Oh, and I am keeping that. Something I think I will get rid of this Bodyography palette. The cool thing about this is that you can remove the shadows out of here. I would definitely just use kind of like a little like a little knife or something, because, well, that's kind of stuck in there, because they can be really stuck in there. And I have never ever once used this palette. I just kind of think, oh, I'm going to. The blue in here is something awesome. It's just so beautiful, but it's just something I'm not reaching for and haven't ever. The one I'm always like looking at is this one right here. It's just a nice cream shade, just something simple, but I just am like, what about that one? But the one I will keep is this Mirabella one, because it has like probably like standard pan size, and you can remove these. There's like these little holes in the back that you can kind of poke a pin through, or a pencil, and you can remove them. But I like the shades in here, like the brown, a nice eggplant purple to get darker eggplant, and this kind of I would say it's kind of, I'm not sure, it's kind of a green, kind of olivey color, and then this nice shimmery white. This white is like the most pearliest finished white I've ever seen, so I love this palette so much. I have to pair that one with other palettes, but I still really like it. So, okay, these ones are, I'm going to go with some Wet n Wild ones right here real quick, because these are my older ones that I have. I have a lot of their trios that I super really like, and I just can't seem to part with those. Called Pride, and the reason I love this palette so much is because it has one of the most opaque whites for the drugstore ever. Look at that. That is such a good white. I don't know if you can see that because the camera's kind of a little bit further away, but that's why I love this. And the blues in here are just like stunning. The palette, they're so soft. They blend really nicely. So I will keep this one because I just can't seem to part with it. It's just like one of those palettes that's like, I can't find shades that are this great with that much color payoff. So, and this one here, it's really nice, but it's all shimmers. And the thing that kind of tears me from let me wipe my hand off real quick. The thing that tears me to get rid of this is this kind of nice, I don't know, army green that's in here, but it's just the most beautiful kind of green ever. I almost want to depot this, but I just love this palette so much because it's just beautiful to look at. So I think I will keep this one too. I've decluttered my eyeshadow, my Wet n Wild stuff a while back in another declutter, and these ones are just ones that kind of get to stay all the time. I never want to just part with them. So since they've stayed through the whole time, I've always kind of, when I go through my makeup, I always kind of like to pick those for fun pops of color. This is one I like to keep as well. This is a Lancome palette. This is the only Lancome palette I've ever purchased. It's just something super beautiful. The only reason I really love it is this shade here. Let me see if I can get a nice good swatch for you. The shade is called Kitten Heel. It's like the most beautiful, perfect, when I wear this palette, I just love the way that it looks. So I will keep this because I will never repurchase anything from Lancome again. So unless they go cruelty free, we'll see. We'll see how those things go. These are my ones from my NYX, Full Face of NYX. This is a Muchi Love You So Muchi palette, the electric pastels, and these are really cool shadows because they kind of have a little bit of a bounce to them. They're like a memory foam shadow almost, and I just like this palette. It's super fun to play with. So that one will get to stay. This one will stay as well. Away We Glow. It's so beautiful. This is one I like to pull for like quick everyday colors. I feel like I have a lot of palettes that kind of look the same as similar to this, but this one's a really great palette. So this one I actually think I'm going to get rid of. A lot of people were so stoked for this, but I just couldn't find a look on my eyes that I liked with this. And there's a couple colors inside my Urban Decay Beached eyeshadow palette that are like the same. So I will keep my Beached palette and get rid of this one. Naked Heat, keeping that guy. He's a beautiful, probably one of my most favorite Naked palettes. This one I have talked about in the past. e.l.f. came out with this, and it was kind of just almost like one of those like quiet launches. They didn't do very much with it. Almost launched and they didn't know what to do with it, I feel like. And I love this palette. It's just one of those ones that if I had it on my everyday makeup vanity, I just have so much more variety with it. And it's just one of those things that e.l.f. took away, and they just never really gave it the time of day that they should have. So I just feel like they should bring it back and like promote it in a different way. It doesn't even have a name. It was almost just like, almost has just a batch code on it. So I'm not sure if this was just like a test product or what, but it's really good. Alright, so this palette is the Revealed 2 palette, and it's supposed to be similar to the Naked 3, but I also have shadows that are just like so much like this. I don't find any like super big inspiration with this, so I will get rid of this guy. This is the Tarte Dream Big palette. I absolutely love this palette. And well, I wouldn't say I absolutely love it. When I can't seem to part with it, but when I use it, I kind of feel like, when I use it, I kind of don't feel like super overwhelmingly love my look. But I will try to give it a try and see what happens, and maybe I will end up in the giveaway pile. I'm looking over here, and I don't feel like I am doing very great in this giveaway part of my life. So this is the BH Cosmetics It's Judy Time eyeshadow palette. Oh my goodness, you guys. This was like so... This was a beautiful, beautiful palette. They did such a great job with this. She picked some really fun, awesome shades in here. I have a really nice good dent in this shade. Something to really play with in this. And I just love the purples that she chose. I need to really pull this out and use it. This blue right here is amazing. It kind of reminds me of the Atlantis palette from Face Candy. This palette is actually freaking gorgeous. So I love this palette. I'm going to keep both of these. I kind of just skimmed over this, but this one's really pretty. This is from Shop Hush, and it is cruelty free, and so is this one. So good for me. Good for me. I am going to get rid of this palette because I just keep running into shades that are so much like this. This is one of those palettes that I can't seem to get rid of. I used to talk about it all the time. It's like the best neutral eyeshadow palette from the drugstore. I feel like no more people need to talk about this. It's super, super great. I use it sometimes, occasionally, only because it's starting to get old. This is the second palette I ever purchased of this thing. This is the Maybelline Sun-Baked Neutrals. And it's just something, I just don't feel like a lot of people talked about this. I've always said that. It's just the best neutral eye palette from the drugstore. It was. It always was. And along with this Cup of Joe from L'Oreal, it was like an all matte brown shades. I used this so much. I loved it so much. I still love both of these. And I will keep both of these. Not that I use them a lot, but I probably will use them again, even though they are old. That's my prerogative. So in my 2Z palettes, this is MAC shadows. I do have MAC shadows still. These are all the ones I just depotted. So I still will keep this. I love the shades in here. And sometimes I pull it out and use it. Sometimes I just like to look at it. And then this is the Makeup Geek one. This is not a Makeup Geek Z palette. I just kind of cut out a little sliver of a Makeup Geek thing and slid it in there so that I know that these are Makeup Geek shadows. I will keep this. Both of these. Man, I am not doing very good in the decluttering department. Okay. This I will kind of give away because it's like, but I just don't think it's like an everyday thing for me. I'll give it away. Maybe someone else will like it and find some use out of it, but I don't think it's for me right now. So these are my Wet n Wild shadows. This is the original Comfort Zone. I'm keeping this. I don't care what anyone says. This is Drinking a Glass and Shine. I will keep this. I don't care what anyone says. And this is Going Into the Wild. I will definitely keep this. The packaging on this is like super gorgeous. And I love the shades in here. So I definitely have a problem with Wet n Wild shadows. I love their collections. They are my weakness when it comes to the drugstore. So I will keep these. And then this one is called Greed. This was actually a really coveted palette as well. And I think that I will keep this for now. I have a problem with shadow. Shadow is like my one weakness. A lot of people have like blush, lips, shadow. I love shadow palettes. That's probably why BoxyCharm is like my bestest friend. Oh, right. So I have Milani Must Have Mattes here. Gorgeous. It's just so fun when I'm not even trying to justify this, that I'm using these. I am just literally, it's just like when you go through your makeup collection, it's so 100% calming. It's just like so fun to sit in your makeup room and just play with your makeup, go through it, figure out what you still have, what you haven't touched in a while. So that's why I have all this stuff, and that's why I love this stuff. It's just so fun to be creative with it. So I will keep both of these. I don't know why I'm just having them out. You just had to look at them because they're so gorgeous. So this is the Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette from NYX, Warm Neutrals, and then this is the Must Have Mattes from Milani. This is the Balm palettes here. I will keep these. I was so excited to get these. I've always liked the Balm. Their packaging is so fun. I have a giant dent in this flirty shade right here. I love that color. And then this is the Meet Matte Nude. This is the first one. I love this palette so much. It's like I use it like, so let's kind of consolidate some stuff. This is my Make Tartist Pro palette. I'm keeping this. This is gorgeous. I love it so much. Every time I play with it, I did a review in a like kind of a throwback video, and some of these shadows did break because that's my life, but I love them so much. So this one I was torn with, but I'm just going to declutter it now. I used to use this all the time when I got it. It's so beautiful. It has a nice cream shade here. This is from Eddie Funkhauser, and it has like a nice, this is like a rose kind of a tone, like a champagne, but it's more rose gold kind of a shade. And then this is a nice shimmery kind of brown tone, and then this is like a matte black. I would say has a matte black tone. So I will get rid of that because it's alright. It's alright, but I don't need it. This one I've actually been thinking about pulling out again, so I will keep this because I want to pull it to my makeup collection. But it looks like a dupe for the Naked Cherry palette. Let's pull it out. See if we can find a couple similar shades, shall we? I'm thinking I can already see a couple. So like, look, this is like Being right here, and Devilish, and this one's probably like Bang Bang, and this one's probably like Young Love, and this one right here is probably Drunk Dial, and Privacy. I feel like it has like a lot of similar shades to the Naked Cherry palette, and I have both, and I will keep both. Maybe we'll do a comparison. Just alright, so we have some e.l.f. palettes here. This is the e.l.f. Sunday Sunsets palette. This one I like, and it's kind of just like the Revlon one that I just decluttered, but it has a little bit more fun shades in it, so I will keep this one. It has a nice mirror in it as well. It wins over the Revlon one. Yes, I have a problem with keeping palettes. Shh, I decluttered. The other thing that I do is I declutter kind of a lot. You can pretty much ask like almost everybody that I know. MAC ×9 palette. I like it a lot. It's pretty. I keep using my Becca palette. This is something, it's nothing unique, but I really like it, and I just feel like if I give it away I'm gonna miss it. I don't even know. I'm like terrible at this decluttering part. But the other problem about that is that I declutter all the time. I just kind of go through and just like, I'm not using that. I'll just give it away. Like if I go through into my everyday makeup drawer and I fix that, then I will just kind of pull stuff. I'm like, I'm not using this. I haven't used this in forever. I need to get rid of that. So this one I will definitely keep from Wet n Wild. This is something I absolutely love. It's has the most greatest orange in here. Revlon has come out with some fabulous orange shades, and I really like this palette a lot for fall. So, but I will get rid of this Friggy one. This is the Friggy Center Stage collection in Photo Op. This is the Photo Op one. Keeping this one though. So I keep getting sidetracked, sorry. We have the Prism shadows from e.l.f. I will keep these because I like them. I don't want to have to repurchase them if I give them away. And so I have the Smokes and I have Naked. So I'll keep those because I like them for some center pop. And then this is the Kneaded Nudes from e.l.f. This is a really, really nice palette. I like this one a lot. This one I will keep. I love the way that the look comes out with this. I will never repurchase anything like this, but this palette is just something special to me. I just think it's so great for fall, and I need to pull it out again. So far what I see as I'm going to get rid of this Becca one. I will keep this one, and I will keep this one for sure. This one is actually a really nice orange as well. I think it's more of a it's kind of a terracotta, like a brick, kind of a brick house color, but it's just like, you know, I like it. I'm not really good with my words at this second. I'm trying to rush a tiny bit. Wet n Wild Rose in the Air palette. This one is beautiful too. So I will keep those. And these are my Sleek palettes. I will keep these. These are in my series of throwback videos. And this has the best greens ever. Like, this whole row right here is all beautiful, beautiful greens. So I will keep that because, yeah, I'm like a big fan of green shadow. I love it. And then this is like a purpley toned one. And it's really, really good. So I'll keep those because Sleek is nostalgic to me. So this is the BH Cosmetics Galaxy palette. I love this so much. I did a look with this not too long ago, I would say a couple months back, and it's so beautiful. Keeping that, and I will keep this ColourPop one. I love this so much. I kept it in my everyday makeup drawer, and I just found so many looks to do with this. I just love it. That's another way, is for me to find a way to declutter things, is if I put it in my everyday makeup drawer and I do not use it, it just kind of goes. So that's why a lot of this stuff has stayed, because I know that I like it. So these are the ones I just barely got from the Zodiac collection from Wet n Wild, and I will keep all of these. These are so beautiful. You can still get these at Walmart now. This is the Air one, this is Fire, and this one is Earth. So they're really, really pretty. So yeah, let me go through the ones that we did give away to show you. This is my little box of my giveaway stuff. So this one is a cruelty-free palette that I am giving away, so that one will be nice for somebody. I'm giving that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 palettes we have given away. So most of the stuff I'm giving away is not cruelty free, but a lot of it is. Like this Becca is, I'm not sure about this Bonita thing. L'Oreal not, Essence definitely is, BH Cosmetics is, no wait, this is Coastal Scents. People, we don't hear about Coastal Scents anymore, but it's Coastal Scents. This is the one, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try. Sonia Kashuk, Bodyography. This is Physicians Formula, but you can't really tell because I bought it in like a set that kind of came funny. Eddie Funkhauser, Wet n Wild, Revlon, and Cargo. So that is what I'm giving away. I do not know how much stuff I just kept. It's a lot, and I don't really feel like counting it right now. I could probably, I don't know, it's quite a bit. So if you guys did like this video, if you did stick through it, I tried to rush to make it quick, but I kind of stumbled over my words a little bit and got a bit sidetracked. Sorry about that. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. If this video was fun to watch, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Look, I don't even have any makeup on, and I'm not even wearing contacts. I look so different.